the two existential threats that the human beings face, threats that have never arisen in human history. We have to make decisions now which will literally determine whether organized human life can survive in any decent form. You can just imagine what the world would be like if the sea level rises, say, 10 or 20 feet or even higher. This is within the range, easily within the range of predictions. I mean, the consequences are unimaginable, but it's as if we're kind of like the proverbial lemmings, just happily marching off the cliff, led by leaders who understand very well what they're doing, but are so dedicated to enriching themselves and their friends in the near future that it simply doesn't matter what happens to the human species. There's nothing like this in all of human history. There have been plenty of monsters in the past, plenty of them, but you can't find one who was dedicated with passion to destroying the prospects for organized human life. Hitler was horrible enough, but not that. So basically, we're going over the cliff anyway.
There's no rainforests to destroy in our area. There's no risk of any child labor or human rights violations. And there's no impact on sequestered carbon. And I think when we look at all of those aspects, we have to give ocean metals the chance it deserves. And as we know, the world is moving into a more sustainable, which means that we want to move away from fossil fuels and we want to electrify the fleets and use renewable energy. But to do that, we're going to need a lot of metals. So the question for society is, where are we going to get them from?
Ladies and gentlemen, Peruvians. On the left side we have TMC with a brand new sales pitch. Mr. Corporate gon' make us rich again. Telling me that deep down abyss, a lush for deep down abyss, a lush for deep down abyss. We gon' be rich again. Back up the damage, silent speaker, just rockin' me us, no Mr. Preacher. You seen the legend, this scared to speak up. They random creature, one we can eat of. Yeah. Process of harvest, so proud, so honest. There's no human progress. Harvest, the organs right, or you more like cancer cells, pitch black, torment the lungs, breathing in sediment chunks, breathing out money sack, surely problems. Kill and say five. Did you say five? Or did you kill one? Funding research for legal issues. Hope you safe the streets. Also legal. Suffocating. Ocean mama. When your anger devour our hunger, you can wipe out this civilization, replace them with four-legged creations so they can stay down to earth.